our first different choice, back during the big ol' fight bullying scene, what was our option? We defended Olivia. Our option was to go in there and defend Olivia, and I'll call it teacher. My God. But this time we are showing support for Olivia. I pretty much kept all the other same choices. I don't think a lot of them mattered, but I kept them all the same just as well. Our first choice, show support for Olivia. As much as I want to go off on Mia and her posse, Olivia wouldn't want me to try standing up for her again. Not after how I tried to handle it with Ben. Besides, I'd probably fumble the words and make myself look like a fool anyway. Really not much I can do. But what I can do is nothing. Say nothing, do nothing, just wait for Olivia to pass by. She stops a bit in confusion, but quickly remembers she's currently on the run. When she passes by, I follow down the same hallway, slowing my pace to be slightly behind her. Olivia turns to look at me with equal parts surprise and dread. I think a part of her fears that I'm about to say or do something really stupid. Don't worry, not this time. Instead, I merely give a warm smile. To be picked on by that many people at once, all certain they're doing no wrong, it's terrifying. At moments like this, she should know that someone's got her back. Even if I have nothing to offer, at least the playing field will be a bit less one-sided. Now that she has someone beside her. The hell? Hey, I know that jacket! And I know that bullseye from a head a mile away. The group starts following behind us. Olivia glances over to me, and I return another small smile. Well, if it ain't Baldy. Coming in to save the day or something? I don't respond. Instead, I keep my head forward and keep on walking with Olivia. That seems to catch me a bit off guard, as I can hear the gears in her mind visibly start to turn. Hey, I'm still talking to you, Hot Wheels! The sounds of shuffling boots start to gain on us. Just cause you have Baldy here now to protect you isn't gonna save your hide. Neither him or any of your dipshit friends. I can see Olivia's claws digging into her armrests at the nickname, but otherwise she maintains her apathetic leer. The more we walk, the more obscenities Mia keeps blurting out to try and get a rise out of either of us. This is why you don't have any real friends, you skipless salamander. I don't know if Olivia has a plan, because I can't fully understand why she's letting Mia walk all over her like this. But I remain steadfast, and I believe that she knows what she's doing. It's all I really can do. Who'd even want to be with a cripple like ya? I can hear Mia laughing at her own words. Olivia, please change your mind and waste this bitch. Dots. So you got something to say now, Hot Wheels? She shrugs. If that's how you feel, Mia. What? Olivia doesn't say anything else. She only turns around and begins to wheel herself down the hallway. For a moment, I stand in place and watch as Mia tries to process what happens. Even her posse looks confused, unsure of what to say. You really got her, Mia? Yeah, definitely showed that leathery bitch. Mia jerks her head to her cohorts and glares at them, angered by their pitty comments. Then she stares me down with obsidian daggers in her eyes. Well, that's my cue to leave. With the grace of a headless chicken, I scramble down the hallway to catch up with Olivia. Rounding the corner, there's no Olivia to be found. Where'd she go? I suddenly hear Lunara's voice echoing down the hall, followed closely by Mia's. Mia, what are you doing? Get back here, you fucks! Oh no. Oh no. Not alone. Not with them. Dread fills me as I hear the pursuing predator's heavy footsteps approach me. I'm grabbed from behind. I'm dead. I'm dead. Whoa! Suddenly, I'm violently pulled aside, right into the school's elevator by the collar of my jacket. Ah, dot. Oh, thank God, it wasn't Mia. She jams the key into the slot and smashes the button to the second level. As the doors close, we hear Mia roar out for us. Next time I see those two again, I'll make sure that oversized cue ball has to use that wheelchair instead of hers instead. Thankfully, the elevator doors close shut, and the car jerks upwards before making its ascent. Never knew I'd be grateful. Oh, hey, there she is. Never knew I'd be grateful to be in this death trap. To catch the breath I had unknowingly held, my eyes aligned with a pair of silver serpent eyes. I appreciate what you did for me back there. I'm surprised. Not sure what to say back, really. Instead, I smile back and nod. In return, she gives me a half smile before recomposing herself. You should, roll with me in the elevator now. How come? Well, you've just become enemies with her. If she sees you, you'll be a wad of gum under her boots. Oh, joy. Yeah, your best bet is to just avoid her now. This way you stay out of the hallways. I appreciate it. Don't mention it. Wait, the elevator will stop Mia from beating the snot out of me and the entire rest of the school? Yes. We hear the small electronic bing of the elevator and the door slides open. Alright. That's part one. That was our first part. So apparently, in my little research, I failed to mention this before I started reading off. Apparently, there is a point system somewhat. Or at least this person has designated this as a point system. Where Olivia and Inco, there are two categories of points. Apparently, ending 2 had more Olivia points than Inco points. Now, as we saw earlier, there are 4 endings to the game. What we saw was ending 2. I do not like ending 2 at all. I read what happens at ending 1. Oh my god, do not look at ending 1. It is horrible. I do not want to see it at all in the slightest. Ending 3 seems a little bit more better, more happy. Ending 4, though, is the best one I have seen so far, and we are getting there. I don't know what happens into it. It's more happy, it's more optimistic, I am told, so we are going there. So anyway, on to the next part. I have to see something. Yep. Alright, what is our next bit? Oh, wait, hold on. We already have more stuff. I stood up to Mia with Olivia, and I ended up in this mess. Alright, cool. That was nothing. Alright, moving on. That was our first part. Alright, we have little rainy-dainy moments. Wait a minute. Get her on the half pipe, okay. That one seems much more brighter in this one for some reason. I got one. I got one. Okay, the next one is... that. I mean, just being there for Olivia when Mia was getting on her went pretty alright. But that was a while ago. I just don't know. I look over the crowd again. This match is already halfway done, judging by the remaining health pools. Oh, okay, I guess. Cheer Olivia on. I know Olivia doesn't normally like this with strangers. We already saw this bit, yes. We already cheered Olivia on. That was obvious. Okay. Technically. So big. Big hugs. I want a hug. That's 2. That makes 4, hopefully. So far, I'm at 2 myself. Skip. Onwards we go. Beautiful moments. It's gorgeous. The wedding photos. Alright. Our next stop here. I need to focus and finish taking these photos. We're not going to be consulting the others about Olivia. We are going to be working on our job. I can't afford to slack off right now. Besides, I made a promise to the groom, and I don't want to let him down. Like last time. Or Mr. Iadican, for that matter. I silenced my phone and slide it into my jacket pocket, pushing off the wall and taking hold of my camera. Where should I even start? ... I think I have a few ideas. With the groom's words still ringing in my ear, I feel a second wind of sorts. Oh, I scratched something. I can't really understand it, but I feel like I'm already picking out prime shots from just scanning over the hall. While Ben has continued his more autonomous rapid-fire approach with the staccato clicking of his camera, I've been singling out couples and their moments just scattered throughout. I think some of them have even noticed, seeming to maneuver themselves out of the parasaur's view. Young man, over here! An elderly dino catches my attention, waving me to her table where she and her family are sitting. We need a good Christmas card photo, if you could be so kind. Of course, ma'am. A large group moved to one side of the table for me, smiling sincerely at my lens. The first shot seems perfect. But for their sake, I make sure to take a couple extra. Thank you. Do you know how long these will take to be developed? The photo should be developed fairly quickly. We'll be sure everyone gets these before the end of the month. They smile and nod, letting me return to, don't forget us. Yeah, get me and my wife. My next clients, pulling me aside to take shots of them in a secluded corner. And after that, some of the bridesmaids have grabbed me to take shots for them. It isn't long before even some of the servers are wanting pictures of themselves, posing in front of the decorations. Somehow, I'm able to squeeze my way out of the mayhem and make my way towards the back of the venue in order to get some much-needed fresh air. Shortly after, I noticed Ben doing the same thing, though he managed to do so far more gracefully by talking his way out of whatever request the wedding goers have for him. It makes me wish I was better at communicating and asserting myself in these kinds of situations. Ben takes notice of me and approaches at a very casual pace, with no one else seemingly taking notice of him. Taking a breather. I just give Ben a nod of my head, causing him to smile and adjust his glasses with his index finger. Okay, hold on. I need to mark this down. So far, I have cheer on Olivia, or cheer. 1 and 2 for me. Okay. We're getting there. I just give Ben a nod of my head, causing him to smile and adjust his glasses with his index finger. Well, the wedding's almost finished, so the worst of the workload's behind us. That was good. Ben checks his phone. 8 hours? Jeez. Man, yeah. My legs are starting to hurt.
You're telling me you don't even have a tail. How do you think I feel?
We sigh together. It's the first bit of silence we've had in a while. Across the room, the bride slumps into a chair, trying to kick her heels off. The groom sees me and shrugs a bit, smirking.
So, how are you feeling about the pictures you've taken? I think I'm pretty confident in mine. Once you have the right equipment, it's just a matter of socializing right and getting the right shots for those sorts of events. I'm satisfied. You?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I've been taking all these pictures, right? But it's like... something's missing.
Missing? You make it sound like some grand art thing.
I know. Back across the room, the bride motions to her new husband. It looks like it's the time of the night for him to carry her out in his arms, like in all the movies. He was probably not expecting those slick moves to position her on his back like a child. He laughs to himself while she pouts loudly and holds on to his hair to keep balance. ... Oh, look at this! We got a new photo! It looks juvenile, honestly, as the bride taps at the exhausted groom's head with balled-up fists, but he's laughing. A laugh so infectious that her pout is replaced with delighted giggles of her own when he finally catches her hand in his and just holds it. Once again, they're talking, and the bride is melting into putty at his quiet words. For how menial it is, and how crude that guy was earlier, that understanding and genuine playfulness between them. Without a thought, I'm already looking through the viewfinder and making the focus adjustments for the perfect shot. The shot is cheesy, but sincere. They both look beyond exhausted, their clothes showing the wear and tear of the night, their body language screaming their need for sleep. And also the smiles they have as they try and look at each other in their awkward positions speak metric volumes of just how happy they are after it all.
Why'd you do that?
Huh? Do what?
You took a picture just now.
Did I? When did my finger get placed over the shutter button? I guess I did. I checked the new entry in the camera roll.
Careful. That's an easy way to waste a lot of memory. You could probably just delete it.
Delete it? Huh? I think it'll be fine. I actually got a good feeling about it. It seemed pretty natural, you know? Ben rolls his eyes.
If you say so.
Before the parasaur turns to go back to his assembly line photo taking, I grab his shoulder. By the way, Ben. Mia stopped by our lunch table earlier today to complain to Olivia.
Oh boy.
It said you were trying to call her, but was upset she wasn't picking up. I don't want to pry into your personal business, but aren't you two on bad terms?
Huh? What are you talking about?
What?
I haven't spoken to Olivia in ages.
Huh. I thought you were
above gossip, Inco.
Sorry, Oh God. It's Mr. Iadican. Sir, I have news about the future you must know! Alright, you boys ready to pack up? A pretty long night, huh? Our teacher looks haggard as he steps up to us. Oh, I'm gonna cry! His wings are dragging on the floor, and he's propping himself up with one of the light stands we'd brought. Despite his exhaustion, he's grinning wildly. You two enjoy your first work experience. Have I already read this? I have not.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Iadican. I managed to load up both of the memory cards you gave me, and I even managed to try out the different kinds of lenses you had brought.
Good to hear, Ben. What about you, Inco? Well, if I'm being honest with you, it took a while for me, Mr. Iadican.
Well, I suppose it is a tough order to start with. So many things to account for and... No, I meant that I didn't really get that many good shots till the end, Mr. Iadican. I didn't even finish the first card you'd given me. I see. Well then. Well, when we go through these next week, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Oh, definitely.
The groom saunters up with a huge grin on his face, slinging an arm around our teacher's shoulder. Skip? No.
I can't wait to see these.
Anakin straightens up and shrugs the arm off, turning to the newly married man. You'll see them when you see them. My team still needs to go through all the pictures and weed out the chafe.
Oh, come on, T. Can't you give your old buddy a preview or something?
Anakin sighs a bit. Hey, it's your special day. Ben, could you go fetch the laptop and the card reader? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Inco, while he's doing that, can you start packing up everything into the trunk? Sure thing, Mr. Iadican. Before I turn away to start, the Patir Petro takes the camera from me.
We can sit at that table over there.
The two older men head off, leaving Ben and I to get started on packing everything up. ... While Ben and I are busy dismantling the multitude of standing flashes and lamps, the bride, groom, and Mr. Iadican sits at a cleaned-up table with a laptop before them. I can't really make out what they're saying, but I can kind of tell based on the way the three switch between quietly focused and laughing loudly. By the time the back of the car is loaded up, the last of the wedding party has departed. Nothing left to do, Ben and I linger a bit behind the groom.
Yeah, these came out pretty dang great. Thanks again for... Hello, what's this?
The laptop displays that last picture I took, somewhat unintentionally. He scans the photo with a critical eye. He nods and chuckles with approval.
Okay, kid, good job. Be sure to print this one out for me, Trent. I'm gonna put it in my wallet.
Sure. Despite how lackluster his compliment is, I can't help but feel proud of my work. ... It's been a while since I felt like this. Either way, it's not long before we climb into the car and begin our journey back to school. I settle into the rhythmic motions of the car as it glides along the road. The cityscape of Caldera Bluffs passes by, and I can't help but admire it. The mood is quickly killed, however, as Ben calls a certain red-scaled girl. The saturine lovey-dovey talk makes my heart hurt, and I guess by his expression that Iadican feels the same way, or my head hurt. He changes the subject by asking if my parents can pick me up. Looks like I'll be taking the late-night metro home. Still, I had fun today. I bring out my own phone, noticing the half-dozen messages Olivia had sent while I was busy. I need it, Muse. That. Do it for me. Are you winning yet? Better be. Guts bet me some sunflower seeds that Ben would win. While there were more messages, that one in particular had me thinking. I mean, it wasn't a competition to begin with, but there's also the fact that the groom hadn't complimented any of Ben's shots, so... Collect your winnings, Olivia. Little dancing gator. That's adorable. Good job, agents. You deserve a reward for your hard work. Reward? What kind of reward? Oh my. Was she really? Really what? She knows that I'm with Ben and Iadican. The interior of the car feels a few degrees warmer as I await with bated breath. Inco, you okay? You're breathing pretty hard. Fine. Perfectly fine. Just, car sick. I make sure there's absolutely no way anyone except me can view my screen. As extra protection, I dim the brightness of it to the point that only I'd be able to see a thing in the darkness of the car. Finally,
Olivia's text comes through. I hold my breath before opening my eyes to see. Yo! It's me! I am the #1 big boy! Damn, I look gorgeous. Right. Image loading.
Mr. Iadican, I think Inco's about to vomit.
Not in here! In hindsight, I should have seen that coming, seeing as I'm in love with her and all. Damn my hormones. ... Alright, that's another one down. We're getting there, we're going! Onwards to the next one! Wherever the next one is. That's right, the big fight. Yeah, just go right past that. We are sticking with our initial option of don't take the key, which is another point right there, baby. All right, I made the correct option here at least. Going through our photo stuff, storm, emotional moment. Anakin takes the axe. I don't remember what my choice here was. I want to find true love. That's what I'm doing right now. I want to find true love. I think that was the option I chose. Lovely. Ah, that's right. Date, not date. Which one did I go with last time? I think I had the kebab. We're going for the leg of cow this time. I am in a hungry mood. I need me some meat. You sure? With onion rings. If you want it. If you want it, I'm buying. Yeah, we're out. Oh, dear Lord, he was flying in the sky. All right, we are going to find Olivia real quick. How does she know how to deal with avoiding upsetting others? And then both of you are wrong. Good to know I also made the correct choice there. The sad, sad day. All right. This one. What do I say here? Boo, ee, ooh, ooh. We're not ready to say goodbye. I did not make the right decision last time. Damn it. We're not ready to say goodbye is another point on my side. Can you give us some time, Ben? The student council president's taken aback by my words.
But you, Olivia.
His frustration with us seems to grow with each second. Ben, look,
No.
Oh, Ben, hold on. Can I just go back a little bit? I'm like standing right behind him. Can we get to a point where it's fixed like this? No? Alright, this is my life then, I guess. I turn fully to Ben with my hands raised defensively. Ben, listen.
We need to do this. For Iadican. For everyone that cared about him. For us. So why won't you help me?
We want to, Ben, really. But can't you see that what you're asking for is way too soon? Damn it, we just found out. His breathing is haggard now, his composure completely blown. And his own pain is painted across his face as he allows his glasses to slide away from his puffy red eyes. Just Ben. Her voice is soft and gentle. Her head turns back to me, her own pain still in her eyes, but also sympathy too. She looks forward, and her words are more resolute. Ben, I understand. The Parasaur's boy's breathing hishes. You're right. We should do this. And I will. I promise I will. But it's too soon. We all
need time. But, but, what?
He clenches his teeth, followed by his fists. Takes a sharp, uneven breath, his glasses sliding off his face and right onto the floor. He's so agitated, so exasperated, and devastated that he doesn't seem to care. My free hand finds itself on my other friend's shoulder, forming a full link between us. Olivia reaches down and picks up the prescription glasses, using her sleeve to smudge them cleanish. Ben struggles, his already broken composure fracturing further. His hands shake as he accepts the proffered eyewear from Olivia, having great difficulty setting them back on straight. When he can finally look up from the floor, his eyes are even more raw with fresh pain.
You promise?
Olivia nods at the quivering question, her own lips starting to shake as well. Yes, but for now, Ben finally gets it, as his emotional dam is near bursting.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Ben walks up to me and pats me on the shoulder, with a final solemn look at Olivia, nod towards me, walks out of the classroom, and leaves Olivia and I alone. As the door clinks closed behind me, I hear Olivia take a sharp and shuddery breath before turning to look at me. Her eyes are glossy and puffy on the edges. Trails of tears slide. Oh, wait. Read this bit. Do a little hug. We have the big moment, the great reveal, and the confession. Oh, the kiss. Beautiful. Where do we go after this? Ah, that's right. The chest of memories. These little things. Bakugan. The eraser. I think that's the little flip-up lighter. The first paintbrush. And a photo. Ooh, I remember that. Give her a nice little kiss goodbye. Where are we going? Back to school. Ah, that's right, the whole janitor thing. Oh. Taking a deep breath, I reiterate what Olivia and I had told our former art teacher, back when he had saved us from the blonde bitch currently glaring daggers at me. From the moment Mia took Olivia away, to finding them in the classroom, to when she slapped herself in the face with a glitter-covered poster. However, I decided to stretch the truth about why Mia was in the classroom with Olivia, and only mention that she was harassing her. Last thing Olivia needs is to be interviewed about her own involvement in all of this. I did my best to remain collected, but recalling everything that had happened reminds me of how Mr. Iadican had always tried to look out for us. My throat dried out as I continued on in spite of my faltering voice. By the time I finally get to the end, I sound more like a squeaking hinge than a person. Mr. Nito. Principal Scalar's voice brought me back from my memories and into the room. Mia was sneering at me. Ben's brows knitted together in worry. And the principal... Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. She moves from around her desk, the sheets of paper she had been looking over in some hands more than once. The principal stands directly in front of us now with an unreadable expression. In addition to the report itself, our Iadican left behind his account of what had happened. In it, he describes Mia's actions as openly hostile and intentional. Actions that were only interpreted once he used... Taylor sighs in astonishment. Once he used the estrus taser. However, it seems Mr. Iadican left some things out of his report. There's no motive for anything that happened, no matter who was at fault. I'm not sure why he'd leave something like that out, but as it stands, there are far too many unknowns here for my liking. Now, I would like to give the benefit of the doubt, especially at a time like this, but given the extent of the destruction and the previous...
She's struggling, ma'am. Besides, making a big deal of this during an audit isn't going to look good for the school.
I'm finding it hard to believe your intentions here are completely professional, Mr. McKnight. He freezes like a deer in the headlights. Taylor grumbles to herself, placing a hand on her head while we all await the verdicts. I feel bad for her. Between the mountains of paperwork and half-dozen mugs on her desk, It's easy to tell she's overworked.
It would bring me no greater relief than to have you expelled and out of my hands. Unfortunately, I don't have the time or the energy to deal with this. Mia, you're suspended for 3 days, and I'm marking your record again. Now, if you don't mind, leave my office and leave me be.
Suspension? 3-day suspension? Last time it was janitorial duty.
Dot. She doesn't even look up at any of us. I turn towards Ben, who looks both scared and relieved. At Mia, who looks positively overjoyed. She practically skips out of the office without another word, leaving both Ben and I to stare blankly for a few seconds. Another glare from Scalar sends us both out of the room on instinct. Okay. Dot.
Seriously? That's it? It all hits me at once. She just gets to walk away? After everything she did to Olivia, she gets the equivalent of a slap on the wrist? I watch as Mia happily strolls off down the hall a good distance ahead. That's...
Inco, are you okay?
Am I... Ben, what the hell are you thinking? On top of everything else, between our teacher dying and what Olivia's going through, could this not have fucking waited?
Look, no, it's... Olivia, is she alright?
She crashed her wheelchair, she's stuck at home, she can barely leave her room, let alone the house, and you're over here playing games with interpersonal drama like a schoolchild.
Inco, I'm sorry.
Are you? Because here you are dragging me halfway across the school so that crazy bitch can use me as a scapegoat when I just want to go home. And you're helping her by being her lawyer. Holy shit, dude. I used to have respect for you.
Look, it's not like that.
Then how is it?
It's hard to explain.
You know what? I'm drained. I don't have the energy to spend on this.
Inco, nobody's actually in trouble. It's fine.
Benny boy! My withering glare does its job as Ben reluctantly backs down.
Look, man, it's just for the best. For you, for Olivia, for the school.
I can't believe this. Now I know why Olivia hates you. I feel a cruel satisfaction as my words lash at Ben, his face growing more distraught. Get your shits together, man. I turn to leave and get away from everything.
Inco, please, you don't understand.
Yeah, I really don't.
Just listen to me, okay?
No. No. And out I go! Free from this villainy. With nothing else left to say, I leave without bothering to look back. By now, it's about lunchtime, meaning I can hang out with Damien and Liz. Definitely needed after all this. After school, I took the metro back home to shower and put on some new clothes. As it turns out, my parents really were on a business trip for the weekend, as indicated by a sticky note on the fridge. Randy opens the front door to let me in. Alright. We're here. New stuff? I see blackness. Okay, I need to sit down right now. It has been a little over 2 hours. My legs are a little tiring. That's right. My legs are a little weak. I've been going through an emotional roller coaster right now. And I see blackness. Olivia? The room is extremely dark. The only source of light is coming in from the entryway. I have to take my sunglasses off in an attempt to see through the darkness better. Olivia, the heck happened in here? Why is it so dark? I make out Olivia's head in her bed.
No reason. Just been playing games all day in the dark. Thought it'd be fun.
Well, I'm turning on the lights.
No, don't. You'll ruin it.
Ah! Ruined it for me. The room flickers to life. Olivia's bed has been rearranged into a nest of blankets, with her in the middle. She lies curled on her side with a multitude of old sketchbooks and loose papers piled around her. Quite the setup.
Hi.
Hey, well, that's cute.
But how did it get so dark? ...
Olivia weakly shields herself under the covers. Is this paint? Olivia, did you paint over your window?
Yes, I did. And I'm proud of it.
Why would you go and do that?
The light coming in offended my blackened heart, and my window became a canvas into the new darkness in my life. I am now my own greatest work of art, a living piece of despair.
Oh, Raptor, Jesus. Olivia, you're not
A living art exhibit.
You got sad and painted your window black.
It's a performance piece. Now turn the light back off.
Not happening. I go and sit by her on the bed. He leans up a little and offers a spot closer to her. Hey, are you okay?
I don't know.
I take the spot, feeling the bed sink beneath me.
Oh! Is this?
This didn't happen last time. Olivia takes the blankets she's wrapped in and bundles them up higher on herself. What's all this paper for?
Nothing. They're all for nothing.
Come on, you know what I mean. I pick up the torn cover of a notebook and see that it's dated for 3 years ago. Have you been looking through for these all day? Her head bobs in a meek nod. There sure is a lot.
There's not enough. I should have done more.
Her teeth clench with an involuntary hiccup when an involuntary hiccup escapes her.
God, I may as well just forget all of it. It's all useless.
It crushes me to see her like this, but maybe getting her to talk about it will help her, just a bit. I'd like to hear more. Olivia sniffles a bit and reaches a hand out, grasping in the air towards one of the pages in front of her. I lean forward to bring it closer. There's a soft, whistling sigh when her watery eyes scan over the page.
Yeah. See this one?
Her hand shakily pokes through the blanketed cocoon, landing on a crumpled page of a highly detailed poem.
Anakin. He sketched that for me to show me how he draws hands.
I see it. That's definitely his work.
It is, isn't it? I never would have gotten anywhere without him. And now...
Watch her bite back the urge to tear up.
Hell, I probably would have stuck with art and... I probably wouldn't have stuck with art in general. ... I wanted to be there when I made it. I wanted him to be there.
Made it?
Yeah, made it. Across the finish line, you know? Well, now he won't see me fail either.
Her mocking laughter is hollow as tears bud at her eyes. Come on, don't say that. What's this one?
That one? That's from when I was struggling with form. I had to go back to fundamentals for a bit.
Sounds rough.
It was tedious, but he made it fun.
How about... There's a spiral dated back to her freshman year in arm's reach. This one?
Oh, that one's embarrassing. I was barely able to draw back then.
I don't judge. You've seen my work. How could I? Olivia silently pages through the bound notebook, recalling a memory associated with every page. With each turn of the page, her voice grew hoarser. Her hands tremble, and her breaths are shorter and harsher. And when she comes to a sterile white page, Olivia breaks. Ugh. I draw her into a hug as she cries. The poor girl crumbles completely, all her energy now going into her sorrowful wails. My own eyes sting, but I have to be strong for Olivia's sake. There's no words to her cries, only her regrets and anguish given voice in loud screams. Those don't last as her voice gives out, finally spent. She's now left simply letting her tears flow freely onto the blankets and my jackets. The notebook that she held onto tightly finally releases, her tense grip having broken the binding and letting the pages drift downward individually. Oh. I don't know what Olivia was trying to do. Once the last page had drifted back down to the bed, and her full body weight was pressing against my chest. If it weren't for the wall behind me, I'd be on my back and held down by the tired girl. With my head practically atop hers, I feel the last remnants of her shuddering gasps. This didn't work. Such an idiot. Why would it? She doesn't want to be thinking about Iadican, moron. Okay, plan B. I clearly can't do this alone. ... Hey, let's go into the living room, alright?
No.
Come on, it's too dark in here. How long will you keep the window like this?
Forever.
Come on, I can't be healthy. You need sunlight. Olivia protests by digging into my shoulder with her muzzle. Guts need sunlight too. A long sigh. She knows I'm right. Promise to clean it up later?
Okay.
Thanks. Really, I think we should head to the living room. Will you come with me?
No. I want to stay here. Please.
Dang it. Okay. Could I at least pick out a movie or something from the living room? She nods her head in response. Alright, do you need anything else?
There's some soda in the fridge. Bring some for both of us?
Alright. I move my legs over the edge of the bed and hop off. Ugh. Oh boy. Olivia gasps as the blanket comes up with me. What is that? Oh my god.
You weren't supposed to see that.
Olivia, you alright? What happened? Olivia hides her tear-marked face with her hands in shame.
I tried to walk.
You what? Her hands drop, along with her head.
I don't know.
With eyes drained of life, she stares at the mess of papers before her.
Everything's gone. Nothing makes sense anymore. All I have is this hollow feeling. And I wasn't thinking at all, and...
Olivia looks up at me, eyes peeling, pleading for something.
I tried for a miracle, okay? Do you blame me?
I don't know what to say. Does it hurt?
I'm fine. It just tinkles. Maybe that means there's still some feeling below my knee. Isn't that good?
No, it's not. We need a first aid kit or something.
Inco, it's not even that bad.
What if it gets infected?
Dots.
I watch as Olivia gets ready to protest, but finally sighs in defeat.
Fine, just get it over with.
I'll go get Sophia. She probably knows how to.
No.
Why not?
I don't want them to know, alright?
Olivia, I'm not a doctor. I can't even remove a splinter without screwing everything up. Olivia casts her look aside. Man, she's not intending to follow up on this at all. ... Be right back, okay? Olivia softly whines. ... With haste, I quickly leave the room to search for anything that might be able to help. After rummaging through the house's medicine cabinet and freezer, I managed to find an ice pack, a first aid kit, and Neolithium. Neolithian? Damien's not around. He's probably in his room still. Alright, this should hopefully be enough. I return to find Olivia exactly where I left her. The first aid kit is placed on the bed next to her. Olivia averts her gaze from me as I tend to her wounds. Grabbing the Neolithian, I squeeze a dollop of the medicinal cream on the energy and spread it evenly. Then, I apply the ice pack to the wound and wrap the whole thing up with gauze, making sure not to make it too tight. Although my work is clumsy, it takes 3 or 4 tries and maybe 10 minutes to get it right. Alright, I think that should do it. Let me know if it gets too cold. I look up to see Olivia still looking away from me, giving her best pouty expression. I know you don't like being taken care of, but I don't want you to get hurt.
Yeah, well, it's still weird.
I place a gentle hand on the side of her snout, gently coaxing her to look back at me. Feeling better? She still tries to look annoyed, even as I use my thumb to caress her cheek. Eventually, the last of her defenses fall, and a faint, pained smile forms across her face as she nestles further into my hand.
Yeah, a bit.
Good. With that taken care of, I finally breathe a sigh of relief. Now to figure out the next issue. How to get her to the living room. She's definitely not going to do her silly knee walk, not without her knee currently looks like the world's largest grape. That left only one real option. Forgive me, legs, for what you are about to go through. With the utmost care, I slowly stride into the living room with Olivia in my arms. I can feel her claws dig into the back of my jacket and her tail bumping against my leg. Getting through the door was a struggle, but Olivia coaches me through it and even shuts the door with her tail. Damien's lying on the couch, engrossed in some game. He turns to see us at the sound of Olivia's door closing. Hey, there you guys are! Vinny waves from the recliner.
Liv, Inky!
He must have gotten home while I was bandaging Olivia's leg. Hey guys.
Why are you carrying her like that? My wheelchair is busted, remember? I know, but you always like to scoot around on your knees.
For a moment, yes. For a moment, Olivia and I lock eyes, not knowing how to answer. Inky's just helping Livin's all, Vin. Oh, thank goodness. He's caught on.
Ah, cause they're practicing, right?
Something like that. Oh. I see what you did there, Vinny. Damien moves his legs to make room for Olivia. Well, have a seat. So, what's up? I set her down on the couch. Just wanted to be out here for a while, get some extra company. For sure. Well, I'm just wiping the floor with Vinny in War Club 40M here.
He's not.
Might switch over to something else soon if this bore fest doesn't end. You want to give it a shot? The comment is directed at Olivia. It ricochets to me when he doesn't get a response. Well, I don't play games much at all, but sure. Come on, Olivia. I'll need a mentor. I look to Olivia, who merely nods at the Damien mini-me.
Awesome! I'll grab the other controllers!
Vinny uses the footrest of the recliner as a springboard to the plastic bin of controllers. With the younger boy busy, Olivia takes the opportunity to readjust herself, sliding herself closer until she's hip to hip with me.
Here you go!
Vinny offers 2 translucent controllers. While I take one, Olivia holds up her hands.
I'll sit this one out for now, little man. Aw, okay.
Controller in hand, I give the brothers a thumbs up. All eyes on the screen now, we start. And I have no clue what is happening. There's so much happening on the screen, I can't even tell which section of the screen I'm in. All I can tell is that there's a lot of green things streaming in Cockney and a lot of viscera. I don't think this is appropriate for Vinny, but then again, he's really getting into it.
Don't those greenskins, dirty greenskins.
Don't worry, brother. They'll be cleansed with holy fire. In the corner of my eye, Olivia is leaning forward. She's slowly becoming engrossed in the mayhem on display, and her tail thumps with a massive stomp our in-game avatar delivers to the green, shouty things. Focus back on the screen, the fiery particle effects and heavy blams continue. I don't know how long it went, just that by the end of the stage or whatever, there were cramps in my hand in spots I never knew could cramp. Some animation plays out on screen, giving me reprieve to set the controller down on my lap. So, how'd I do? You see the rank on the screen by your guy there? No. There's only one next to yours and Vinny's. Well, there you go. Oh, god damn it.
You sucked pretty bad. Give me mine.
I pick up her controller on the floor, and she takes it. With some practice motion, she enters the match.
Alright, I'll show you how to really play this game.
Now, with Olivia in our squad, she manages to pick up my slack. Watching Olivia play with her tutorship, I start to get the hang of the game. For a moment, I look away from the virtual bloodshed and see that Olivia is enjoying herself. Surrounded by her folks, playing this silly game for a few hours. Just for a while, she's feeling a little better. A few games later, there's a knock at the door. Vinny jumps up to get it. Dots.
Hi, Dad!
The figure stumbles in through the blizzard and removes his heavy jackets. Jeez, this weather. Hey, all. Inco, didn't expect you to still be here. Good evening, Randy. Randy tosses down the bag of salt that's on his shoulder to the living room floor with a loud thud. Playing games together, I see. Hope that means you all got your homework all squared away. Yeah, it's taken care of. Vinny threw his in the garbage disposal, though.
I didn't!
See, he's denying it. Hey, War Club, huh? You probably got more use out of that game than me by now. Nah, your record's still here. Wanna join us? Randy sucks the air in through his teeth. Tempting, very tempting. But it's my turn to figure out dinner tonight. Aw, come on, Pops. You barely get time to relax like this. I know. Rules are rules. Plus, I'd hate to have your mom cook after enduring all that cold. Poor thing is more frozen than an ice cube. Something warm does sound good right about now. Oh, I just remembered. Hold on, I think I got something. Aha! I hold out the coupon I was compensated with from the art contest. 2 large, 2-topping pizzas for $13. I'm unsure if Damien and Vinny's face light up more at the mention of pizza, but Randy outshines both by the insane price drop. Olivia's heartbeat slightly intensifies. Holy moly, that real? I pass it over to him. I've been saving it for a while. Seems like a pretty good time. Well, alright. Let's make it a pizza party then. Randy takes a moment to dial the number and make the order. I go check in on Olivia, who looks just as ecstatic as the Payne brothers. It's just pizza. No need to hyperventilate.
I so need this right now.
It'll still be about a half hour. What's your favorite?
Anchovies.
Really?
Yeah, they don't sell them much these days, though.
Something to keep in mind. Randy finishes his call and gives a celebratory fist pump. You're a lifesaver, Inco. I was planning on getting together some sashimi or something. Sophia says she finally wanted to try my specialty. Phew. You got 2 large meat lovers coming in. And this place is pretty fancy. They got that stuff you like, Olivia. so I asked for an extra pie. Piled high with as much as they could put on it. Olivia's face beams with joy, the end of her tail wagging like an excited puppy's. All right, the king is in the house. Someone give me a turn. I forfeit my controller to the patriarch. He gracefully takes it and shoos Vinny off of his seat. The little one repositions himself on the carpets. As I watch the family play together, I feel a pang of jealousy, especially as Randy and the brothers banter with one another, really getting into their on-screen characters. While Olivia remains silent, I see a smile tugging at her lips as her fingers hammer away at her controller's buttons. I try to picture my own family in their places, but the image is so surreal that it could be displayed as a piece of modern art. That is really sad. Shaking off those thoughts, I return my focus to the television and the hyper-violence on display. Still no clue what's happening on screen. I want to ask Randy about War Club. I want to ask Randy about what War Club is all about, especially with all the funny accents being thrown around. Maybe Olivia can fill me in later. As far as I can tell, it's just dudes in the silliest looking armor fighting really ugly aliens that happen to have British accents.
Randy, I thought you'd be trying to prep those fish I brought by now.
Change of plans. Inco throws an offer I couldn't refuse. It's a pizza party now. The Dino patriarch looks at his watch, and as if summoned by the simple gesture, a series of knocks sound off from the front door. That would be our dinner. Randy heads for the door with a hand already reaching for his wallet.
Pizza party? Christmas isn't until next month. Isn't it a little early to start with this sort of thing?
Of course not. There's always time for a little fun. It's Friday night. Where are the pizzas? Randy returns with the boxes stacked on his arms. Let's dance. He sets the boxes on the kitchen table and hands his wife the used coupon.
Wow, all right then.
See? Okay, everyone. Get a plate and get some. Feel free to make a mess if you want cleanup duty. Damien and Vinny leap from their positions and have their plates in a blink of an eye. The air is filled with the delicious scent of sauce and cheese as Randy opens up all the boxes. Damien and Vinny immediately dive for the meat lover's pizza like ravenous sharks. The pepperoni and sausage pizza on the table looks appealing, but Randy passes a plate with a slice of anchovy pizza over to Olivia.
Thanks, Uncle Randy.
Dang, the anchovy one actually looks pretty good. I don't want to get up to get my own plate, though. Say, Olivia, could I try one of... Snap.
Mine.
I count the fingers on my hand to make sure it's still intact. Ah, come on. I just want to see what it's like. Ah, that old glower. Glower? Good luck with that one, Inco. I consider what I could do to get Olivia to share. And I recall something so long ago that it feels like a lifetime ago. I slowly reach for Olivia again. She bares her teeth at me, but instead of going towards the box, my hand lands on her tail and slowly pets the muscular appendage. The tip of her tail starts to wag happily. The Gator Girl's anger melts away, only to flare up when she pulls her tail away from me.
Oi!
Her face is red with embarrassment. Can I have a bite now?
No.
Her mouth snaps shut as my hand reaches for her tail again.
Inco.
I give the appendage a gentle scratch this time, and it's once again pulled away. How about...
Okay, I get it.
She pouts, but holds a slice out for me to bite. The pizza is absolutely smothered beneath the pepperoni and anchovies.
but only one bite.
With how greasy this looks, I don't think I'd survive a second. Still, I bring the plate close and slide the pizza to the edge, taking a sampling bite from it.
Good, right?
Absolutely.
Is it? It's anchovy, though. Although, to be fair, I've never had anchovy pizza.
I feel the need to ravenously devour the single slice now, but instead choose to savor the flavor with minuscule bites. Yeah, holy crap, this is good.
It is, but that's the only bite you're getting.
You sure? I wiggle my fingers at her, and she promptly swats my hand away.
No, I mean, yes.
She tries to hold a glare, but I can see her lips quivering with mirth. I hand her back the plate, and she resumes consuming her extra fishy slice. Damien hands me another plate, this time with a slice covered with various meats. And while that one was still delicious, the indirect kiss-flavored anchovy pizza was still the best thing I'd ever tried. Of all time. ... Huh. What a much lovelier, like, little dinner thing than we had last time. I think last time it was, like, the actual sushi stuff. Jesus Christ, I was horrible at this. The festivities continued, even after the pizzas were finished. I never have pizza often, but whoever this Mo fella is, hands down, makes the best in town. Inside, Damien and Vinny decide to break out a plethora of different party games for us to play. No one bothered to keep track of time. We all were too enraptured by the pixelated entertainment before us. Which is how I'd miss my last chance home. Mrs. Payne didn't look too upset, though. In fact, I think they expected me to spend the night again. Especially with how Randy had been so quick to pull out some blankets and pillows for me. Both of the parents insisted I stay. It's not like I could realistically walk home. So once again, I'm staying over, and currently sat at the foot of the couch with Olivia, and we're both bundled up to stave off the chilly winter nights. Soft, growling purr that Olivia makes when she's content has become almost therapeutic to me. So, how are you feeling?
Better. Thank you for dragging me out here. I didn't know how much I needed it.
I'm glad. Her palms wrap around my left hand, and she gives me a gentle smile, followed by a colossal yawn. Ready to hit the hay? She shakes her head.
I don't want to go back in my room. I want to stay out here with you.
Randy would
probably kill me. I'll bite him back.
Come on, I'll see you in the morning. Olivia yawns again, driving her to accept her need for sleep. After carrying Olivia to her room, I sleep on the couch once more. And as I lay on the couch, parsing through the last few days, thoughts warp into a dream. One in which Olivia and I both stood before that park fountain, making a happy wish for the future. ... Mornings in the Payne residence were lively to say the least. And onwards we go. Oh. I'm barely a minute in before I realize that I'm not even reading anything on my phone screen. There are words there, but they aren't saying anything. Just paragraphs of probably fake personal events and vague calls to action. Have they always been this vapid? I decide to finish my breakfast with any literary TV static distracting me, or without. Okay, onwards we go now. Never mind. Soon enough, I feel a distinct vibration in my pocket. Pulling out my phone again, I check my notifications to see a text from Olivia.
Ding ding, room service. Come drag me out of bed.
I figured she'd need help. After all, there's no way she's dragging herself anywhere with that knee. I excuse myself from the living room and head towards Olivia's room, with Damien giving me an approving nod. I make sure to knock twice before letting myself in. Morning, sleepyhead.
Morning, stupid head.
With Olivia's wounded knee, carrying her is even more difficult than before. I hate to admit it, but I almost dropped her at least twice on the way. Thank Raptor Jesus for Coach Sully's training. But at last, we're here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Morning, Livia.
Olivia's eyes still closed, mumbles out what sounds like a good morning as I set her down on the couch. How are you feeling?
All right, I guess. Still a bit groggy.
What about you now? I pat my knee, which Olivia seems to pick up on.
Oh, right. Feels a bit better. Tingly feeling's gone, but it still looks swollen.
We might need to redress it then. Hopefully. It should be more manageable by Monday. By the way, what did you do with the ice pack?
Oh, Guts is using it as a waterbed.
Sure hope it doesn't pop. Stagnant ice pack water sounds terrible to be in. Damien and Vinny start shouting in victory as the home team gets the final score. Hooray! Onwards we go. But first... Hey, Olivia. When you get your wheelchair back, you can go anywhere. Where do you want to go?
Anywhere? Wait, so you're asking me out?
Oh, I'm doing the asking out this time. She falls eerily silent as she turns her head towards me, eyes wide open. Yeah, I'm asking you out on a date. I'll take you wherever you like. Olivia's mouth opens and closes while she looks at me in astonishment. Olivia? You okay? Oof. I find myself trying not to laugh. Olivia threw herself at me in the strongest hug I've ever felt. Her arms and even her tail wrapped around me, pressing me tightly against her as she laughs in that cute gremlin giggle of hers. And while that giggling is infectious, my face is pressed against Olivia's ample bosom. Come on, you guys, get a room.
No, too happy.
Getting a little hard to breathe now.
Gosh, this is the first good thing to happen to me in forever.
I can't even move my arms. Olivia's caught them against my own sides. Wait, she's shifting. We're on our sides now, and I can finally pull my head up enough to take in some air. Oop. So, wait. Whoa! Ah, sweet! Death roll! Ah, so that's what's happening. As I feel myself flipping over Olivia for a split second, and then I'm back to being beneath her. Wait, she's doing the gator like the death roll when they got something in their grasp. And then back again, with just enough time to breathe. Olivia, we haven't even decided where to go! I feel like I'm on some kind of personal carnival ride, being spun widely around across the living room floor in Olivia's arms. It's fun, but very, very dizzying. When the gator finally tires herself out, I find myself laid atop her. And while I should feel very embarrassed about our compromising position, I'm grinning ear to ear looking down at my equally happy and lightheaded girlfriend beneath me. You good? I am sorry. You good, Inco? Pretty wild response. You just asked where a date would be.
Doesn't matter.
Her voice shrinks enough so that, even as close as I am to her, I can barely make it out.
I was hoping for so long.
Seeing that gentle smile of hers, it sets my heart aflutter. So, where did you want to go? ...
You decide. I got nothing.
Me? Somewhere. I can take Olivia to really show her a good time. How about a picnic? See if it warms up a bit and check out some of the more scenic places around. Well, Caldera is beautiful. I want to explore it a bit.
So do I.
For a brief moment, the connection between Olivia and I feels stronger than ever as we stare into each other's eyes until she goes right back into keeping me in her warm, scaly embrace. Sure, it was right in the middle of the living room, with Damien still present, But none of that matters to me. ... It's so beautiful. So beautiful, so lovely. And I couldn't get it the first time, goddammit! The rest of our day was spent in that living room, playing more games on the old TV. Hours flew by, and Olivia kept switching up games. I think she was trying to find something that I would particularly enjoy, or at least be good at. Shame, then, that it seemed to have been born lacking... Shame, then, that I seemed to have been born lacking any gaming talents at all. We all still had fun, at least. Then the sun began to set, though. I decided I should head home. I needed a shower and a change of clothes, and both of Damien's parents were still out. It felt bad when I left Damien's place that night. Or rather, I felt bad looking at Olivia as I walked away from his house. It only grew worse as I went from the metro to my quiet neighborhood, and ultimately, our empty home. Seeing the small pile of letters at the front door made me realize what that feeling was. Loneliness. Maybe I should have just waited to ask the Paynes if I could have spent the entire weekend. If I did that, would I be overstaying my welcome? I don't want to abuse their hospitality after all. A ping. Withdrawing my phone from my pocket, I see that Olivia just sent me a new doodle.
Coming tomorrow?
Well, I can handle a little loneliness for now. Sure. Kicking my door closed, I head for my computer so I can continue talking to her online.
It's going so much better. It's going so much better than before.
I lose track of how much time we spent instant messaging and sharing videos, but by the time I check my computer's clock, I realize it's past midnight. I didn't even go through my typical routine of checking for updates to my forums and blogs. Shoot, I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow. Totally worth it. ... The next few days went very similar to the first. Visiting the Payne residence and hanging out with Olivia's family became my new routine after school. On Monday, I got around to shoveling the snow off the driveway, like Randy had asked me for. It was laborious to do, but it felt good to get it done. It felt even more rewarding when Randy thanked me with some sashimi he mentioned during the weekend. Eventually, he had gotten into the habit of leaving sticky notes for my parents, letting them know where I was. Not that they cared too much as long as I'm home by bedtime. I won't lie, spending most of my afternoons watching Vinny and Damien yell at the TV wasn't particularly entertaining, but Olivia's presence was enough for me. On Friday, though, while Vinny and Damien were preoccupied by a foam sword duel in the backyard, I decided to plan for our dates. The weather that weekend was supposed to be warm. I managed to convince Olivia that this would be our last chance for a real picnic. We're going on a picnic this time? We're going on a picnic! We're not going to an art gallery, we're going on a picnic! That only leaves the location. We've been arguing well into the night over text, trying to decide where to go. I think the beach would be nice.
No way. The marine layer will screw with the weather. How about we go back to the arcade?
Seriously? That place smelled horrible.
Haha, you're right. There's nowhere worth going in Volcaldra Bluffs anyway.
Volcaldra Bluffs, huh? Does Volcaldra actually have bluffs?
Yeah, dummy. The place was named after them. What the hell's a bluff?
Have you ever seen them? Well, ...
No.
Sounds perfect then.
But those are ages away.
Come on, it'll be fun to get away from home for a bit.
Fine.
I'll be over in the morning then.
Okay, sure. Nighty-night.
I let my phone rest on my bed as I smile to myself. I'll have to look up where exactly the bluffs are in the morning, but I'm sure they'll look nice. And if not, well, there ought to be something exciting there. ... After researching our destination and getting dressed, I did one last check of myself to make sure I hadn't forgotten anything. And that is where we're going to leave off. Oh my god. It has been 3 hours. And I am just so mad at myself. Oh my god. I'm a terrible boyfriend. Oh my god. I don't know what happened at the winter formal. Why Inco went off like that? It was just horrible. Oh my god. We're going around, going for a second try. You don't get these in life, but you get these in here. And it's going phenomenally better. Who knew that getting the answers from the internet would suddenly make things so much better? Anyway, I hope you all are enjoying this as much as I am, and until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.